everybody! Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's LidiaNekozawa here, and today we're going to be getting into some VTuber Newsie news. But before we do, please make sure to smash subscribe, hit the like, ring the bell. And guys, did you know that I do gaming on Twitch? If you want to see some LidiaNekozawa gaming content, head on over to Twitch. And if you're at lurk, if you're at work, leave me a lurk. Okay, guys, on to our first and only piece of newsy news for today. This is Dokibird, and Dokibird is an independent English language VTuber, originally debuting in May of 2020. She retired in May of 2021, only to make a return in February 2024. She mainly streams on YouTube. So, why are we talking about Doki? Well, guys, in this next part, it's going to take a little bit of time to explaining. So, she said the thing. I know, she said the thing. Exactly. All right. So these are, so this is Doki. So why are we talking about Doki? Well, guys, it looks like a hit piece has dropped on Doki in regards to her charity stream, okay? So this originates from a hit piece video from Caliente. So you're like, who is Caliente? So this is Callie, and Callie is a CC advice TikToker who, but you won't recognize her from this. You'll mostly recognize her from her IRL face, this, okay? So she does a lot of content on TikTok, a lot of like viral content on TikTok where she kind of like gives advice for content creators and stuff like that. And she's like, this is how much I made this month. Like you would have seen her videos on TikTok if you have ever got sucked into TikTok. Very likely you would have seen Callie or Caliente's videos. So that this is who that is, okay? Okay, so now let's get into the meat and potatoes of what exactly happened, okay? So this story all originates from the hit piece video by Caliente, who has a private Google document alleging issues between Dokibird and an artist regarding her charity auction last year. So this was the one, so I'll show you guys that in a minute. So in specific, the auction item was the Dokibird PC. Okay, so just to make this clear, in this document here, this is a video that's on it's called Cat and Chat, and it is about a 2-hour long video. So this is where the private Google document is located in this video. Okay, so this is not a publicly available document, but this is the video here. Okay, so so essentially, our story begins here. So Dokibird held a auction for a charity. So this was the auction here. Okay, you can see that this was the Tiltify auction, and it was hashtag Doki Charity 2024. And then it says in support of Brain and Behavior Research Foundation. So it said with the kind donations from talented dragoons around the world, they have offered exclusive one-of-a-kind Doki items for you to bid on. The items will be shipped by the creators. I'll also be offering some things on my own for the auction. Each winning item will also receive an exclusive signed postcard that can only be obtained from this event. So it was a humongous success. You can see here. So Doki was able to raise $97,959.70. So that is really incredible. So these were. So let me see if I can. Okay, so these were just some of the things that were available from the Tiltify auction. There was a acrylic. So here it says cutout art in acrylic block, sterling silver dragoon necklace, a Doki plushie, a custom Doki doll. So more Doki plushies, a Doki clay figure, a tomato dragoon plushie. There's another plushie here. There's another dragoon plushie. Lots of this is a keychain, a Doki themed necklace, Doki themed pyography linking wood. We're mature on this channel, okay? When they say wood, they mean the stuff that grows outside. Okay, good. All right. So this is the custom Doki sign print, Doki cookie cutter, Doki sign prints, a custom wood keyboard, the wood from outside. All right. Go nuts. All right, guys, let's continue. So there's so custom wood board, Doki sign print again, cookies. So okay, so there's a lot here. Okay, so let me just try and get to a piece of paper covered with my signature. Okay, interesting. All right. Pick a game for me to stream. This one, I actually bid on this one. This was the I will collab with an indie streamer of your choice. Okay, where was I? Hold on. There it is, LidiaNekozawa. That was me. I unfortunately did not win the one. Anyways, okay, so let's get to where exactly. Okay, so you're like, man, Lidia, there's so many things that were in this amazing auction. What could have possibly happened? Okay, it is this one in particular, guys. So this is this one here. The custom Doki themed case. So let's take a look. Okay, so here on the Tiltify website, it says custom Doki themed PC in support of Brain and Behavior Research Foundation. Okay, so it ended on March 3rd, 2024 at 3:30 p.m. Lots of threes in this. Okay, I don't know if that means anything. Okay, winning bid was anonymous for $6,600. Okay, and as you can see here, it's like, oh la la, it's so pretty, it's so gorgeous, A++. And then yeah, so just essentially, ooh, where to go? Girl. Okay, hold on. There it is. Okay. So essentially, it says fair market value is $3,500. This piece is a custom-built Doki-themed PC. Since the PC has not been built yet, you are able to have some control over the creative process and the specs of the PC. The PC is valued at $3,500, and the parts in the PC will fall in line with a general PC of that pricing. For example, a previous build of the artist with roughly the same cost, and then so is okay, PC part picker, I guess. Okay, if you click on that. Okay. So this person who had built PCs in the past looks super cutesy wootsy. Okay. So then here it says the anticipated date for completing the PC and sending it out for delivery is roughly 3 to 4 months, which is fair because building a PC takes some time. Here it says. Please note the anticipated date of shipment and completion is an estimate based on previous experience with similar projects, is subject to change. We will be in touch throughout the entire process up to the point of delivery to provide updates. Concept art is subject to change, and winners will be notified of all necessary changes of the final product. Dokibird will also send an exclusive signed postcard that can only be obtained from winning the auction item. Okay, so there was definitely a lot of hype, a lot of excitement over this. You can see that there's many pages of people, bidding for it. So, anyways. So this is the particular, this PC case is essentially the entire problem, okay? So now that you guys understand who the players are and what we're fighting about, let's get into it, okay? Okay. So, so Doki held the charity for auction and the artists were contacted. Wait, okay. All right, here it is, okay. So Dokibird held the auction for charity. Okay, so step 1, this is where we are. Okay, now step 2, artists were contacted for the items in the charity auction. So here you can see, I'll pull it over here so you guys can see. Okay, so here we go. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this is a screenshot from the document from this video here. Saying, context, Dokibird hosted an auction that ended March 3rd, 2024 for a custom-built PC designed by the artist, with the Brain and the Behavior Research Foundation being the charity of choice for the Tiltify. The PC is valued at $3.5K, and the winner bidded $6.6K. So you're like, okay, so this is interesting. Okay, so we have pretty much the basic numbers that we're working with here, right? So then here it says, proof of Doki stating artists would be paid. So here is a screenshot from Doki, and it says, number 1, Doki states February 20th, 2024, that artists would be paid for their services. So here's a screenshot as of February 20th, and Doki says, to all artists and creators, I'll be running a charity auction and stream next week, and I'm looking for people who like to collab and work with me to make one-of-a-kind Doki-themed items, plushies, figures, sculptures, sign artwork, prints, etc., to auction off for charity. And then here it is highlighted. Here it is highlighted. It says, I will be paying you for your service. Please send your portfolio to dokicanread@gmail.com. The items do not need to be completed before the auction starts, so no worry about any rush. The auction will specifically go towards the Brain and Behavior Research Foundation, which looks at funding research into cures and improving treatment for mental illness globally. There will also be other items in the auction like one-on-one gaming session with me, etc. Okay, so sounds pretty amazing, right? Doki's like, hey, I need your help. I will be paying you for your services. Send over your portfolio, and all of this is going to go towards this charity. So all in all, pretty decent, right? You're like, okay, that sounds fantastic. So where do things go wrong? Okay, so this allegedly, okay, I'm going to say allegedly, this allegedly is the artist in the case of the custom PC case, okay? So you can see here, like this is the work that they've done in the past. So this is a queen of kawaii PC builds, 150K on TikTok. Check out my DIY pink PC tutorial on YouTube. So you can see here, like, this is just a pin post of things that, okay, so like very, very, very kawaii, right? There's a little cat face. Like, you know, it takes some, okay, so like, let me explain for the people who, okay, for the people who may not have built their own PC before, okay? While it looks like a bunch of random colors and tubes and everything, okay, let me quickly explain kind of what we're looking at here, right? Okay, so this is kind of what's called in like the you know, in the PC gaming world as like the aquarium, right? So like you have like your little glass panel. It doesn't always have to be like this, but this is like essentially for the people who kind of want to like stance. You know, for people who want to stance, this is the PC case that you want, right? Because normally PC cases are made of metal and there's venting and there's, you know, the main thing of a PC case is that it keeps your PC cool because there's a lot of computing going on in there. Things get hot. When a computer gets hot, it likes to shit itself. So you have to make sure that you keep the component nice and cool, nice and breezy, nice and fresh. Okay. So you can see here, there's like the GPU and all that stuff. There's, you know, power supply and all that stuff, right? Okay. So anyways, so the main components in the PC have to stay, you know, very relatively cool for it to work, okay? But if you want to be a fancy person, you can make what's called a, you know, let's call it like, make it look like an aquarium, right? Where it's like there's glass panels. Glass is good because it doesn't conduct a lot of heat, right? And then because there's glass panels, people can see inside. And so you can stance on people and be like, look what I did. Look at all these cool things here. I didn't have to do any of this, but you can see it. So it's a cool thing if this is what you enjoy, right? So like, you know, good on you if this is what you enjoy, right? So the aquarium style PC case is kind of all the rage right now. And it makes sense that there are artists and artistry working with this type of medium, right? Okay, so you're like, okay, that makes sense. So allegedly, this is the person who was commissioned to make the PC case for the Doki charity, right? Okay, so, okay, so, and then just a reminder, this is just a reminder, this is what the PC case was meant to look like, right? Because it was a concept drawing and nothing was done as of yet. There was like, these are all like the, you know, like the color, you know, swatches and all that stuff and kind of like what was meant to be in here, you know. Okay, so this is kind of like, so this is the artist and this is the case that was meant to be built, okay? Okay, so now what happens in the story, Lidia? Okay, good question. All right, so this is what happens. So then Celeste contacts Doki, okay? And you're just like, huh? What? Who's Celeste? This is Celeste, okay? Celeste is the person who allegedly made the PC case, okay? So then Celeste says, here we go. Okay, because like this was the screenshot that Doki had made on X that she was looking for artists and creators, and Celeste said, I would love to make a custom I would love to make a custom Doki PC build. It would be nice to get involved with such a good cause too. So all good things, right? Like, okay, that's amazing. Like it's very sweet. It's very sweet. Okay, so even though, okay, so here we go. One more here. Okay, so Celeste says, I'm super honored to be involved in the hashtag Doki Charity 2024, and I'll be designing and making a custom PC build. There's only 1 hour left in the auction. Go check out the other talented artists too. So you're like, okay. Even though, you know, this is, I mean, allegedly Celeste is the person who made this case, okay? Okay, so even though it kind of seems a little bit clear, it's not super clear. It's not like 100% certainty this is clear. So this is alleged, okay? This is allegedly. Okay, so now that I've said allegedly 4 times, we are going to move on to the next thing. Okay, so let me just close these things so that way it gets a little bit more interesting. No, it's not interesting. So it's a little bit more clear, okay? Okay, all right. So now Lidia, where does it go now, Lidia? Okay. Okay. So this is where it gets interesting. Okay, so when the artists were contacted by Dokibird's management at the time, they told the artists that they would pay whatever it costs. Okay. So here is the screenshot of this conversation here. Okay, and here it says, let's see. Okay. Okay, so this is the concept art for the custom PC here, and this person. So like everything has been kind of redacted, but you can kind of piece together who's who. So here it says, I usually wouldn't start to work on a project or provide a mock-up before agreeing payment terms and stuff, but I trust that we can sort that out later. Also, this is a first idea, so totally open to any suggestions and comments from you guys or Doki. Justin, and then you can see the concept here. It says, just a note, my concept art also never looks like the final product. The final product usually looks 10 times better. And then this person says, we're in talks with the marketing executive producer of iBuyPower in collaboration with the design team at Height. I'll definitely be able to give you a sure answer on whether or not it would be possible to get access for these items for our upcoming project, which would be amazing for everyone involved later today. Also, it looks absolutely amazing. We could not have imagined a better design. And then this person says, ooh, interesting that iBuyPower is involved. If it fits their marketing executive producer, this is definitely going to be big. So then this is outlined in red. So this is the important part. Okay, so this is the manager who says, as far as payment terms go, Doki is 100% going to pay whatever you charge for the PC. Once we have an idea on the final cost, we can finalize everything then. Okay, so probably not the best wording to use when working with an artist. Like they're gonna pay 100% of whatever you charge. So, I mean, if I were the artist, I would be like, cha-ching, money time. No, you know, like you know what I'm saying? Like this when you give an artist like a no ballpark, this is where things can become a little bit questionable, right? Like it's like, well, you know, because like from a public understanding, right? Doki is technically an ex-corporate VTuber, right? You know, Doki has said, you know, in the past some things like, you know, like, what do I need $5,000 for? I mean, like things like that, right? So like off the cuff comments like that. So you can see where the artist would be like, mayhaps some money. Like, you know what I mean? It's definitely not within the norm to not discuss pricing at all. So like this manager definitely made a big goof up by saying this sentence because $1 million. Yeah, exactly, right? Like the thing is though, like the thing that again, when the Dokibird case was being like discussed, it did say it has the value of 3K, right? So like that's, I guess that 3K estimate was probably something that this artist may have done in the past. So like maybe that's kind of like where that figure would have come from. But of course, when you say Doki's going to 100% pay whatever you charge for the PC, obviously, you know, things can change, right? Okay. Not giving a limit is bad, but still no excuse to change the quote without showing any progress. Yep, I mean that's true. You're absolutely right, Grass Spirit. That's true. Okay, so this is where things get a little bit kind of like, oh no, maybe that was a kind of an oopsie. Okay. So then from there we go into this. So then Dokibird had an internal management shuffle. So if you remember, her family member, you'll remember if you watch Doki's stream, her family member was her management early on before being replaced by Mr. Man, who then also moved on. Okay, so this is just, I'm just going to show you this. This is like just some context here. This was posted on the Kurosanji subreddit 8 months ago, saying a sad update from Doki on Lunar New Year merch delays. And then, then it says, despite being free of Yachtman's toxicity, it appears there is at least one bad apple taking advantage of Doki's love for her fans and holding that Luna New Year's merchandise hostage. So okay, where is this? Let me see here. Okay. So it said merch update. We were getting a lot of emails about this. Wanted to make an official announcement. There has been an issue regarding distributing my old director of my company. I parted ways with the director as I found that they were taking advantage of me and my work and threatening my staff. However, due to this, they held my merch hostage for 2 months now and stopped the distributor from working with me. It's also why I've been so behind in work and behind the scenes. I had to restructure the entire company and fix many issues that the ex-director had left behind. I'm choking. Hold on. Here it says, I'm currently looking for a new temporary distributor and using my funds to purchase the remaining merch so we can ship the orders that weren't affected. Thank you so much for your time, and I'm really sorry for the Dragoons that were affected. I'm currently working as best as I can to refund those that request. Sorry. I'm currently working as best as I can to refund those that request it. Since many of you waited so long, I'm really sorry. I just wanted to be transparent with all of you, as I know it's been pretty frustrating from working with me. It's also why I've been... okay, hold on a second. Okay, there we go. Okay, I know it's pretty frustrating regarding the merch and why I have not released anything new on the website since I want to fix the situation before looking into selling anything. It's definitely been a huge learning experience. Okay, so this just to give you some context that so she did have to have an internal management shuffle because it was just not going well, right? Because like sometimes, guys, when you involve family members with business, like family members and money never really go super well. But of course, you're like, oh, okay, these people are my family. You know, surely, you know, that like surely these people won't take advantage of me. And then, some families are just shit, okay? Some families are just shit. So Doki had to have a reshuffle, okay? Okay. Anyways, so here is, okay, so now that we have that, okay. So now this was Doki confirming that she now manages her own company. So this was posted, there we go, okay, there we go. So that just to give you some context again, this was posted on September 3rd, 2024. And Doki said, in the end, I am now the new and only director of my own company. At first, I thought to appoint someone else to act as a director to handle the more business side of things, as I just want to focus on being creative, which fair, absolutely. I lack the experience and the knowledge to run a company and thought it was the best to appoint the position to someone else. However, every staff I've hired had a horror story that was related to my ex-director. Although the workload is much heavier, I realized the only person I can trust is myself for my brand. I recently hired a few lawyers and a new financial advisor to help me on this journey and teach me how to be a proper businesswoman, LOL. It might have been more expensive in the long run, but I just want to make people happy and laugh with me without my dragoons worrying about anything else. I really appreciate everyone's patience as I stumble and try to find my footing. And so just for context, that was posted on September 3rd of 2024. And then so it sucks. It sucks because like people just weren't up to the task of managing Doki, which is and it shouldn't be that hard, but apparently I guess is really hard. Just so bizarre. Anyways, okay. So now confirming that she manages her own company. Okay. All right. So then what happened was what? Lidia, there's more? Of course. Yes, this is old news. I'm just giving you context. You got it exactly right. Okay, so then what happened was the management shuffle led to new managers coming into the project. Okay, so here, let me show you here. Okay, so here, so this is as of June 8th, 2024. This was Dokibird's team wrote, hello, this is Ribby, temp student name. I'm the replacement assistant for blank. I am following up with a custom PC charity item with regards to its current status. To my knowledge, in the turnover document I was given, the item has not been fulfilled yet, and the previous assistant had issues getting updates from you in a timely manner. It has been a few months since the charity auction ended, and we're trying to wrap up all of our commitments regarding this project. If you are still open to finishing this commission, or have been working on the commission and have an estimated delivery date, please give us an update within 2 to 3 business days. Otherwise, we may have to go with plan B and either reimburse the winning bidder or find a different custom PC builder. If you cannot fulfill this item, we understand. Life gets difficult. Just let us know and we'll get out of your hair. Sincerely, Ribby, who's a temp assistant for Dokibird. Okay, so this was a screenshot from Callie's video here. Okay, so this is, again, a private document that is only posted here. Okay. All right. So so now that we that was the management shuffle that happened. And okay, so now let's continue. So then here, okay, so then the winner of the auction alleges that there was very poor communication through the management shuffle and made things even worse, and new managers were taking over halfway through. So again, this is part of that document on this video here. You can take a look. Okay, so this is the allegedly, I'm going to say allegedly because this I don't think it's not 100% confirmed. This is alleged of the of the winner of the auction. Because as you know, when we pulled up the, here, I'll show you guys. Ooh, I'll show you guys this because I have it here. I'll show you guys this because I have it here. Okay. Okay. Who was the winner? Who was the winner of the custom BC? Who was the winner of the custom PC case? Anonymous, right? So this is anonymous. So you're like, okay, I don't know if the next thing we see is going to be, you know, 100% truthful or not. I mean, you hope people on the internet are telling the truth, but you don't obviously know, right? Okay, so this is allegedly the winner of the custom Doki themed PC case. And they said, hello, I'll just post my timeline. So this was as of January 19th, 2025. And it says, number one, I initiated, sorry, one second. See, guys, this is why you guys probably prefer the cut up stuff because I'm not struggling over my words. Okay, here we go. Number one, contact initiated soon after auction by blank. Number two, I said I wanted to increase the budget of the build's hardware and I would be willing to pay the additional price. Number three, there was no communication for a while. After some prodding, I was notified that the artist had medical conditions and that they were gone and the team was looking for someone to fill in as a new artist. Blank also offered to send in the postcard early, which I did not take the offer. Number four, blank disappeared and subsequently was replaced by Ribby using the same email after several months. The replacement was not notified / nor communicated to me about the auction until I sent follow-ups. 5. Ribby apologized and said that the, quote, budget was allocated. What does that mean? I don't know. Number 6. No real additional information of relevance was exchanged after that point, and Ribby went MIA as well. Okay, so this is, again, a screenshot from this video here. And this is alleged because Anonymous won the auction, so unsure if this person is actually anonymous. For real. Okay, so, all right. Okay, now let's continue. Okay, okay, so now this is point number 9 here. Okay, so do you guys remember when, hold on, where was it? Oh, hold on. Okay, was it this one? No, not this one. Okay, hold on. Okay. So, okay, guys. So, do you remember just moments ago, I showed you this where it says, as far as payment terms go, Doki is 100% going to pay whatever you charge for the PC. Okay. Where is that bill, guys? Yes, it's here in this document that that Caliente had posted here. So essentially what happened was that the artist ran up a huge bill of $14,000 USD to build a PC working 8 hours a day for 3 weeks. Okay, so just to keep in mind, guys, just keep in mind, the initial budget for the PC was $3.5K, and the auction winner paid $6.6K. Okay, so what you're looking at here, guys, is a bunch of numbers. And of course, I'm in the way, so I'm going to make myself a little bit tiny. I'm going to make myself a little bit tiny so you guys can see, okay? Okay, all right. So here, guys, we have a problem of conversion. Yes, the artist lived in Britain. So GBP is Great British Pounds. If you see this little squiggly, that means it's a pound. Okay, so pound is the currency for Britain. Okay. So here we are here. So this is the so essentially what we have here on the far right above my head. These were all the parts of these are the different components of the PC. So we have a height Y70 touch, a gigabyte B650 Aero G, AMD Ryzen 9 7900X. We have IQ Lake Titan 360 RX. We have a gigabyte GeForce RTX 4080 Super, a Corsair Vengeance RGB DDR5 RAM with 32 gigabytes with ×2 16 gigabytes and 6,000 megahertz. We have a Corsair RM 1200X Shift 80 Plus Gold. No storage. We can't afford storage on this PC. Then we got a Corsair IQ Link RX 140 gigabyte 140 millimeter PWM fan. There's 2 of them. Then there's a an NG2 4mm PET sleeve extension power supply cable. And then for flat materials fee, this is not applicable. Okay, so these are the different parts. You have the case, the mobile, the CPU cooler, the GPU, the RAM, the PSU, the fans, the PSU cables, and the flat materials fee. Okay, so here is where it gets kind of interesting. Okay, so the Great British Pounds estimated total is $3,102.97. Converted to American dollars is $3,849.23. So you're like, okay, that seems kind of reasonable. You're like, okay, there's the thing. But guys, this is just the parts, friends, okay? If we go down a little bit, we have the project production labor, and then also this underneath is the pre-project labor estimate. So the production labor at a rate of $32 an hour, sorry, not dollars, 32 pounds an hour. This artist took 40 hours and 4 weeks to complete for a grand total of 5,120 Great British Pounds. Converted into American USD is $6,351.36. So, but they also had okay. So the pre-project estimate was $32 an hour. Sorry, not dollars, pounds. Sorry, 32 pounds an hour, 40 hours a week, for 3 weeks, and this was 3,840 pounds converted into USD. $4,763.52 52 cents for a grand total of $14,964.11 USD, which in Great British Pounds is $12,062.97. So here, and there's a little asterisk, guys, little asterisk saying total labor costs may be subject to increase based on services provided before item production officially begins. So, okay, let's see here. What is that in CAD? Okay, so what is 14,964? Okay, 14,964. What? 14,964 and 11 USD to CAD. Okay, so now if I do this, then it'll make sense for me. Wait, that can't be. Wait, no, did I misspell? Did I? What? No, hold on. 14,964.11. 14,964.11. Okay, guys, keeping in mind. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna become bigger now. This is a big problem. Doki is Canadian, friends. Okay, so this PC case, guys. Okay, let me show it to you again. Friends. Okay, in case you forgot what it looked like. This PC case, my friends, okay. 20,000 Canadian dollars for this. My guy. What? Excuse me. Excuse me while I go barf. Blech. Oh my God, guys, that is, what? Oh my God, like, I can't even put into words that, like, if someone gave me a $20,000 bill, I think I would run away. I would run away to a field. Okay. So yeah. So guys, this is okay. So remember the, okay. All right. So, okay. Where am I here? Okay. Hold on a second. Okay. Remember Doki's manager who said Doki is going to 100% pay for whatever you charge for that PC? 20,000 Canadian dollars? Oh my God. I would cry. I would absolutely cry. So, it kind of seems, I mean, okay. There's okay, let me just hold on, friends. Let me just try. Okay, I'm just trying to get my shit together here. Okay. Do you know how many beavers a Canadian can buy with 20K? Exactly. Okay. So remember, friends, you're like, why was this PC even being built? It was being built as a fundraiser for Brain and Behavior Research Foundation, okay? So the fact that this came out to this, but only made this. Math ain't mathin', friends, right? It doesn't seem to be making any sense because this is a charity event. It's possible that, you know, it could be okay. So it just seems like maybe perhaps this sentence was going a little bit overboard, right? Like, you know, they'll pay anything you want to charge. I think it should have been pay whatever you want to charge within reason. But you can kind of see maybe why this manager was removed from their position if they're making big promises, especially big financial promises that like that you can understand why Doki was like, bruh, what the hell? Like, this is a fundraiser for these guys. And essentially, if Doki were to pay the full 20K, she would be out like, okay, let's do the math here, friends. Let's do the math here. Is this? I'm not sure if this is in USD. Okay, let's just assume that this is in USD, okay? Let's just assume it. Okay, so if we did $14,964.11 minus 6,600, Doki would still be on the hook for, not like, I mean, like, she would be on the hook for the whole thing. But essentially, this is a difference of $8,364.11. Okay, like big ack. Okay, this is. It kind of seems like this statement. The artist kind of went all the way. They're like, oh, anything. You're willing to pay anything. Like there has to be there. You know, obviously, like contracts need to be done. Figures need to be set. Expectations need to be set. This is essentially the problem. The problem was that this artist kind of went a little bit overboard, and now there's this $20,000 bill. This is going to become a big problem. However, let's continue. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. So yeah. So just keeping in mind, this was supposed to be a 3.5K. This is supposed to be a 3.5K PC build, okay? Turned into a $20,000 PC build. And also like nothing really changed, right? Okay. All right. So you're like, okay, Lidia, you big dum-dum, like, what do you know about PC building? Okay. Well, here, let me give you an opinion from someone who actually does build PCs, okay? Because you're like, okay, let's talk to the professionals in this space, right? Who is a professional in this space? Okay. All right. So let's pull this up here. So this person is Herdor, and Herdor is a so they are someone who builds PCs. Anyways, let's take a look here. It says here, chiming in again, but there is no way in hell this takes 120 hours. In no way has this person worked 3 weeks every workday for 8 hours on this. I have assembled PCs in 2 to 3 hours. This art looks like a week job max. If you do everything yourself, this is absolute lunacy. Okay, so it kind of seems like, okay, so here someone says, I watched someone in real time build one in what felt like an hour. It was their first PC build, and this is such an obvious scam. Okay, and then here it says, and then this person says, from what they want for labor costs, they are saying they work 7 weeks on it. And then this says, way I see it taking even close to 50 hours if it had a full custom liquid cooling, but I doubt that. Scammers suck, man. So, okay. So this is kind of like what kind of like the general consensus is on X, saying like, there's no way this took 120 hours to build, right? Especially because like, if we look at it, right? You know, there's like frilliness. There's like some bows. So there's like 4 bows here. This is kind of like, obviously you're not hand painting this. This is like a sticker. And yeah, so like there's just some, you know, like some stickers on the case here, and maybe like the blue bezels. That's possible. Maybe you're hand painting those. That's a possibility. Anyways, so, okay. But yeah, essentially the general consensus online is being like, holy shoot, it should not have taken this long to do. Okay. So, oh my goodness. Lydia, it's worse. The artist is claiming 160 hours, not 120. 40 times 40. Oh, that's right. You're right here. Yes. I'm not very good with math, friends. Okay, here we go. Okay, so yeah, you're right. 80 hours, right? Because this is 40 and 40. Because this is pre-project labor, and this is the project production labor. So this is like the planning section, and then this is the actual doing of it. So 80 hours to build this PC. 80 hours. I don't know about that, friends. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, so what's that totaling? Okay, so let's pull it back here. Let's pull it back here. Okay, so 40 hours. Hold on a second. Okay, all right, hold on, guys. Okay, guys, listen. If the AI apocalypse ever comes for us, and if you're like, is Lydia a robot? Ask Lydia to do a math question. If Lydia gets it wrong, you know that you're dealing with the real Lydia. Okay, friends? Okay, all right, hold on. Let's do some math here. Okay, so we got 40 hours times, let's see, 4 weeks, 160 hours. Okay, so that's one. Okay, so 160. Okay, so then we got 40 hours times 3 weeks. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so is it 160? Hold on. Wait, hold on. I'm doing. Wait. Shut up, chat. I'm doing math. Shut up. Okay. Lydia, they're charging for 280 hours. Okay. That's a huge problem. 280 hours. 280 hours. There is, okay, how many hours are in a day? Okay, 24 hours. Okay. How many days is 280 hours? So this person stayed up for 11 days working on this PC. Guys, it doesn't. I mean, I am no math magician here, but I feel like that's a lot of time for something that shouldn't have taken a lot of time. I'm a little bit confused on is this the pilot salary? Are you seriously? Letter math, guys. Okay. Anyways, all right. So essentially, okay, combined is 280 hours of labor from this document here. This artist worked for 7 weeks. What is interesting about this is that we haven't really seen any pictures of it, guys. Have you seen any pictures of it? So where's the artist who worked on it? Their name was Celeste, right? Here's Celeste. Okay, let me pull it up again. Allegedly. Okay. Do we see anything like Doki related here? Like do you see any Doki related stuff? Like, I don't know. Like I mean, if it was me and I was working on this project for a really long time, I probably would have been posting about it. But like, I don't know, maybe this was like, I don't know if there was like an NDA involved or something. I'm not really sure. I'll go to media. I'm dumb. Okay, media. Okay. Because I mean, like, it would be like, oh man, this is my pride and joy. I'm working on this for so long. Okay, so I think she has, wait, hold on. I think she has she has her, give me a second. I thought she does her builds on, yeah, it says 154K on TikTok. Okay, let me see if I can find her TikTok then. Hold on. Okay, here's a TikTok right here. Okay, TikTok right here. Okay, wait, drag the slider to fit the puzzle. What the hell is this? Okay, hold on, guys. I gotta put a lamb together. Excuse me. I gotta put a lamb together. What? Okay. I'm not a robot, damn it. Okay, no. Get out of here. Okay, all right. So this is the TikTok. Okay, so let's see if we got any. Okay, fan builds. Okay, hold on. Okay, so what does the Doki one look like again? Looks like this. Okay, her signature colors are blue and yellow. Okay, let's see here. Do we see anything that's blue and yellow? I don't know. That's kind of greenish. Not really. Okay. Okay. I mean, granted, this was also last year as well. But I mean, if it took this long, one would think that it would be here. How interesting. Very interesting. I don't see any blue and yellow PC cases, right? Do you guys see anything? Am I going crazy here? I see a lot of pinks. I see a turquoisey. But yeah, I don't see this build. But maybe I'm wrong here. It's possible the builder may have deleted any progress. Oh, I mean, that's possible. That's possible too, right? That's very possible. Various captcha. It's true. Oh my goodness. The bill is to help pay for all the Taco Bell while they were working on it. Exactly. Oh my goodness. No Doki related stuff other than the first image. You can check out how much they sold the latest case for. Good point. What did they sell the latest case for? Okay. Okay. That's okay. Let me see. Maybe it's here. Maybe it's here on her website here. You're about to open a link. Ooh. Guys, if I get a virus in front of all of you, I'm going to be so embarrassed. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. Services. Okay. Private commissions, commercial commissions. Celeste PCs, pink PC, strawberry, cinnamon roll. Okay, let's see here. Let's see. Okay, sorry, this page is not for viewing. Okay, this is on Amazon. Okay, let's go back to commercial commissions, because maybe it's considered a commercial commission. Okay, commercial work for business and commercial use. Services I offer: bespoke PC builds, product and graphic design, social media campaigns and sponsorships, illustration, storyboarding, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so there's no pricing here, but is there anything about pricing here? Maybe under, Okay, let's take a look here. Home, about, shop. Okay, shop. These are just kind of like pieces where you can like glue onto a PC case. Okay, let's see here. No, nothing there. Yeah, these are just kind of like stickers and like things you can kind of glue on. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Check her recent prices. I'm trying. Okay. Let me see. Okay, eBay. Okay. Nothing. Wait. Oh man, that was 100 pounds? What? Wait. Oh, what? No. Okay, wait, hey, hold on, okay. It's 100 pounds and 125 pounds to ship it. Oh my goodness, okay, what? Nani? But the lace, hold on, the lace, chat. Wait a second, where'd it go? Where did you go? Haha, the lace. Do you see this? Do you see the lace? You see the lace, chat? Oh man, we're getting deep into this. Do you see this? Aha. Interesting. Okay. All right. That is okay, so hold on. So this is 100 pounds. 100 pounds. Okay, what is 100 pounds in USD? Not USS, USD. So wait a second here, friends. Wait a second. So this person is charging 100 pounds, which is approximately 132 USD for this case here. Okay, but yet is charging Doki how much, friends? $20,000? $20,000? How does that make sense? It's 14. Okay, so 14,000 USD into 20K CAD. This. Okay, that was just for the case. Okay, hold on. Maybe it is just for the case. Is there nothing in there? Okay, I guess. Okay, oh wait. Technically speaking, you're right. You're right, chat. There is technically nothing in there. This is just the case. So this is just a fan and some lace that's been probably hot glued to the outside. There's no internals, but the internals, technically speaking, were, hold on, where were the internals again? Hold on. Oh, the internals here. Okay. Yes, that's right. The internals were around 3,800 USD. So then that begs the question, how did this labor get up so high? How did the labor get up this high? Right? Because if this is how much she normally charges for PC cases, what exactly was going on in this PC case, friends? It looks very similar to this, right? It looks very similar to her work like this. So it kind of doesn't make sense to me, friends, you know? Like this is a very, very simple PC case, right? We got bows and lace, and we got, you know, we got bows and lace here, friends. Like, I'm kind of confused. It kind of seems like maybe someone was trying to take advantage of the situation. It kind of I don't know. It's kind of rubbing me the wrong way. I don't know. Okay, let's see what other things she may have sold in the past. Okay. Okay, nothing too okay. Because this is a stock case with a few stickers on it, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's nothing like super crazy here. There's nothing super crazy that's going on in here. Okay, all right, okay. Oh my goodness. 12K Doki tax. It is. It kind of feels like that, doesn't it? Ouch, right? Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. Again, on the Heights website, the case is only 239 USD. This, yeah, it's a very good point. Okay. Okay, hold on. Let's see here. Huh? Lidia. Wait. Am I saying the wrong thing? Am I wrong? Okay, Lidia, check your Discord. Okay. Hold on, I'm coming. Okay. Give me a sec. Am I saying something wrong here? Am I like... Wait, okay. I mean, I feel like I'm not. Okay, hold on. Let me pull it up here. Hold on. Did I just square? What did I do? Okay, hold on. Give me a second. Okay. Okay, good point. All right. Thank you very much, mods. Thank you. Yes. Okay. Obviously, guys, like I said, this is alleged. This is alleged because it's not confirmed that this person was the person who did this. We don't know for 100% certainty. Okay? All right. Okay. This is allegedly speaking. This doesn't make any sense. Okay? Okay. Hold on. Okay. Hold on a second. 1 second. Okay. Hold on. Yeah, but like here it says, I'm super honored to be involved in the hashtag Doki Charity 2024. And I'll be designing and making the custom PC build. So like, how do you... Is that not the very proof that this person is indeed this person? Like, I don't know. Like, I mean... I don't know what I don't know. See what I'm saying, chat? See what I'm saying? How like this couldn't just be a video. This is like something that's kind of like very difficult to kind of like wrap your head around. All right. Okay. So I guess this is the proof. Yeah, I guess you're right. Okay. Everything should be in good faith. Price is just a scam, just to prevent people from harassing the art. Yeah, I guess so. Okay. Okay. So, okay. I did show this earlier. Andy. I did. Okay. Anyways. All right. So let's continue. Friends. Okay. We're going to continue with this because it's a little bit, it's all kind of too much here. Okay. I mean, okay. I will say this. We don't know this, but it is possible that they switched artists, but this is alleged because if you remember, we read here, hold on. Where was the, remember the quote unquote person who won. Remember the person who won? Okay, so this was the person who won. But again, this is alleged too. Because Anonymous technically won the auction, right? But so this person said, the artist for the PC case had medical conditions and they were gone, and the team was looking for someone to fill in as a new artist. So it's possible maybe this person was the original artist and had the medical issue. We don't know, right? This is the part that we're kind of missing here. We're missing this piece of the puzzle here. So it's kind of confusing. Did they ever fill in with a new artist or did they not? Right? Okay. So like that's why I'm saying allegedly because and also this is alleged too, because this is not 100% proof. All of this stuff, by the way, guys, comes from Caliente's video here. Okay. I just pulled pieces out for you just so that it's easier kind of to digest and understand. But yeah, please go reference this original video, right? Because this is not a public document. This is something that I've tried to piece together from this video. Okay. So now let's continue with the story. Okay. So then we had the PC builder kind of give their opinion about how that doesn't make any sense. Okay. So then you're like, oh no, Doki, is this gonna be one of those situations like Indie Land where like the charity money didn't go to where it's supposed to go, right? You're like, uh-oh, Is this going to happen? So, of course, people are questioning, questions arise about if the money even went to the charity. So luckily, Tiltify makes sure that the money goes directly to the charity. So here is the screenshot here. This has Doki as well in it. So so when it says AA here, what they mean is the artist assistant, right? So they've whited out the person's name, but AA means artist assistant, okay? So it says here, out of curiosity, how much of the 6.6K of the buyer money did the charity receive? Right? Because that's how much the winning auction was 6.6K. So then Doki says, all of it. It goes directly to charity, and I don't receive any of the money as it transfers directly to the organization. Whew. Thank God. Thank God. Okay. So then the artist assistant says, sorry if that was an odd question, just making sure I'm following correctly. And then Doki says, since it's done via Tiltify, which is absolutely the correct way to go. Definitely Doki did the right thing, because we definitely don't want a Gerard Indieland charity thing happening ever again. So a lot of content creators are like, I don't even want to be in the middle of this. You just go straight to the source. So which is wonderful. So Tiltify took care of all that. Thank goodness. Okay. Anyways, so that was like, oh, okay, big relief. Because like, guys, like in my heart of hearts, I truly believe, and I know I have a bias, I truly believe that Doki is a good person, okay? So, like, I believe that she tried to do everything on the up and up, okay? Okay, anyways, good guy, Tiltify. Exactly, right? Okay, so yes, so sigh of relief, Tiltify got all the donation money, and it got sent to the proper channels. Doki was not even involved in that, thank God. Okay, all right, so now, let's continue. Okay, so, okay. So here is, okay, so then what happens is allegedly the PC was not delivered to the auction winner. Okay, and how do we know this, friends? Because Doki issues a response. So finally, we get to hear from Doki herself saying, okay, what the hell is going on with this situation? Okay, obviously a lot of people are looking at this document, so you know, some of the things are not going to. Yeah, there we go. So I got rid of that. I dismissed that warning there. Okay. So this is a document from Doki, and if you want to find this, you can find this on Doki's X account. Okay, let me show you guys. Hold on. Doki. Okay. So here is the full statement. So this is posted as of 11 hours ago, as of filming. It says full statement on the PC charity auction and the recent allegations. So this is where, so now Doki is responding, okay? So Doki says as follows. Full statement on the charity auction and the recent allegations. To everyone following the situation regarding the charity auction, I want to address the claims that have been circulating, particularly in a recent video. This one, okay? It has been an incredibly difficult experience, but I believe the full story deserves to be heard, which is exactly what the people want, right? Okay, so now let's continue. First and foremost, I accept that the handling of this auction item was far from ideal. I want to sincerely apologize to those impacted, especially the winner, for the delays and confusion, and I tremendously appreciate the patience and support the winner has shown me. I take responsibility for how these things unfolded, but I also need to be transparent about the challenges that were taking place behind the scenes, many of which have not been shared publicly until now, right? Because of this video. Okay, so now let's continue. Whoop, whoop, there we go. Hold on. Okay, so now let's continue. I feel it is time I share this with everyone, as I've come to terms with what has occurred in the summer. At the time the auction was concluding, I was in the middle of a serious and distressing transition. My previous management team had taken full control of my brand, and I was actively working with lawyers and police to reclaim ownership of Dokibird. Oh my God. Oh my God, Doki. Wow. That sucks. That sucks. Okay. Wow. Okay. Okay. Oh my God. Okay, let's continue. During this time, I was also forced to move out of my home under police supervision, a situation so severe it required formal reports and the help of personal friends and staff. Right, because you guys remember, she had a family member that was part of her management team. Oh my God, this is crazy. Oh my God. Okay, let's continue. It was during this incredibly turbulent time that the charity item fell into the hands of my team while I was trying to survive and restart my life from the ground up. I won't go into too much detail, but the screenshot is a snapshot of how bad it is. Oh my God. Oh my God. Poor Doki. Oh my God. Okay. Doki says she just left. I only have a small window of time to leave the apartment before she comes back. Are the police coming? Because I won't be home when they do. And then this person said, exit the apartment. They're almost there. And the Doki says, I'm packing up right now to leave. And then this person says, grab a charger. The officers are calling you. Please let me know if everything's okay. Oh my God. Wow. Whoa. Okay. This just took a huge turn. Oh my God. Personal safety should always be at the forefront. I'm just gonna quickly pepper in my thoughts here, guys. It's really sad when like a family member you think is out for your best interests turns out to be like a piece of shit. Like it's sad and it sucks and it's like it just hurts your heart. It just hurts your heart. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oops, sorry. Let me turn that off. Okay. There we go. Okay. Okay. So let's continue. Okay. So, so Doki had to, this is not the first time she has to restart her life from the ground up. This lady is so strong, has like balls of steel. Not only was she able to survive Kuro Sanji, but now she has to survive like a turbulent home life. This will take a toll on a person. Okay. Let me continue. Sorry, guys. Let me continue. Sorry. Oh, my heart. Okay. Oh, my God. Okay. Okay. Sorry, friends. Let's continue. So to be fair, my team and I were under a lot of pressure. We still came out of this and had to immediately start to pick up the pieces of the business. During this time, there was no attempt from others. Wait, hold on. And during this time, there was no attempt from the other side to follow up or reach out after initial silence. My staff wasn't sure how to proceed, and I truthfully was overwhelmed and unable to manage the situation while trying to reestablish basic. Hold on a second. I was overwhelmed and unable to manage the situation while trying to reestablish basic stability in my personal and professional life. Okay, so then here, okay, let me just try this. I'm scrolling a little bit. It's hard to read. Okay, so this is from someone on April 5th of 2024 saying, hey, Doki, there's a metric ton of work that's still unfinished and unaddressed. And as much as I'd like to give the room, to let you settle in the move, stuff needs to get done. We can't keep pushing things back. It's already unprofessional that things have been delayed this long. The charity auction still has multiple items that need addressing, the most important being the custom PC, which has still made no progress. And I've received another inquiry as to where the plan is for it. Bottom line is there needs to be a new builder arranged for at least a budget of 6.6k USD allocated to either build or the thing or the reimburse the bidder in full. Okay, so then here, so then Doki continues to say, eventually, reset. Eventually, I stepped back in, Eventually, I stepped back in personally to handle the PC build when it came clear it was dragging on too long. I contacted the builder myself and was informed of a prior medical emergency. Okay. Okay, so then that coincides with the statement from the person, right? Because the person, hold on, where was their stuff? Okay, the winner of the auction, right? Because the winner of the auction said here, remember, there's no, okay, the artist had a medical condition and they were gone, and the team was looking for someone to fill in as a new artist. Okay, so that coincides with this statement here. Okay, let's continue. Okay, it's starting to make sense, friends. Okay, was informed of a prior medical emergency. Still, no follow-up ever came from them afterwards. Despite months passing, I had to initiate contact again. Okay. As for the auction process itself, the starting bid was always intended to reflect the cost of the item. This was standard across all auction pieces, and many artists we work with can confirm this. I was confused when the PC build kept increasing in quoted price from 6K to 8K to 12K, then 14K, with no consistent rationale. Okay, that makes sense. I even offered to pay more than the original bid due to the delays, but the shifting figures and eventual threat of daily penalties for missing an arbitrary deadline left me overwhelmed and unsure if I could continue the partnership. The builder provided irrational hours in the time log. Okay. Asking for obscene amounts and services we never agreed on. Eventually, I was told I'd owe a 4K cancellation fee. Yet I had not agreed to any finalized scope or cost. There was no contract signed between me, Dokibird, and them directly. Here's one of the quotes they sent us, which is the thing that we just looked at, right? Okay. Okay, now let's continue. So here it says, and the timesheet they claim to have accumulated already 120 hours, which my staff and I found untruthful, especially when I was not shown any proof of labor. Okay, this is starting to make sense. This is why we can't find it either, chat. Okay, because even Doki wasn't provided of it. Okay, aha, okay. We requested if there was a way to provide us proof, which was then also ignored. Okay. Okay, so then there's a calculator of a simplified timesheet there. I wonder if I can zoom in on this one? Okay. We're getting it. Woo. Okay. Okay, creator is blanked out. Client is Dokibird. Standard day rate is 256 pounds. Oh my goodness. Okay, so then they worked on it 8 hours on January 13th, January 14th, January 15th, January 16th, January 17th for 8 hours, for 40 hours, for 1,280 pounds. Okay, so that was week 1. Week 2 was 40 hours. Week 3 was 40 hours for a total of 120 hours and 3,000 months. Yeesh. Okay. Hoochie mama. Okay, all right. Let's reset. Okay, reset. There we go. Okay, so then Doki says, let me scroll in a little bit. Just so you guys can read it. Okay. Throughout this, I asked for one thing multiple times. Ooh, okay, this is good. A time-lapse video of the PC build that was drafted, which the builder themselves had originally said existed. That's fair. You know, it's for like for publicity, right? For like an X post. It makes sense. Okay, yeah. Time-lapse. And honestly, time-lapse is kind of how like even regular artists prove that they did the work, right? Because like, yeah, here's a time-lapse video of me making this piece of art. That, especially in a world of like AI generation, that kind of makes sense. Okay, let's continue. They told us it existed, and I asked if I could see it, but I was then ignored. Okay, well, that's weird. That's susserino, friends. That's very sus. Okay. I even stated in writing I would pay the full amount, no questions asked, despite multiple requests by me and my staff via email. It was never delivered. At this point, the builder's behavior was showing bad faith to me, the buyer. I have to agree. This seems like pretty sus, guys. This is getting sus. So Doki says, we requested the items multiple times in various emails and DMs, and you have stated that you would provide them, but we still have yet to receive the items. We said that we are willing to provide compensation if these items were provided, so we do not understand why this has been ignored multiple times. Agreed. Yeah, Doki, yeah, spitting facts here. I agree. Okay. So, okay. Okay. Okay, so now, let's see. This is an email from the Dokibird team to, I guess, the creator on February 13th of 2025. Okay. It says, hi, blank. We have never agreed or communicated on pricing of anything for you to make a quote for us, and this would be a chargeable service. No other company does this, and you did not make it clear to us that you're charging us for this service in any way, shape, or form when we reached out to you in 2025. You did not inform us that every time we interact, it would be charged. Oh, it's like our freaking lawyer. Oh my God. Jeez. You claim to have worked in the past before 2025 with Dokibird Production Inc. on things regarding a mock-up created about a year ago that you wish to get paid for the service provided, and that item isn't on your timesheet and wasn't charged. Okay. This raises even more questions on our end because you stated that the mock-up was the work that was being charged for until you added the other items later on with no tangible proof wrapped up as services that weren't communicated that this would cost money or further discussed, signed, or approved on. You have also disappeared. Whoo, shush. Okay, here it goes. You have also disappeared for 6 months without notifying us in the beginning until 2 different managements gave up talks with you. We also still have yet to receive the time-lapse video, which we requested multiple times, and you stated you would provide to us. If you do not have the time-lapse video, then please tell us the truth that you do not have the video. Correct. Absolutely. Correctamundo. Holy crapoli. Like, yeah, guys, like it's, I think that's only fair, friends. It's only fair. You're asking for an exuberant amount of exuberant. You're asking for an exuberant amount of money. I would expect some kind of work on that, right? I would expect something, for God's sakes. Okay, this is no, absolutely. Doki was definitely in the right asking for this. Okay, but I think when she says 2025, I think she meant 20. Hold on a second. Okay, wait a second. Okay. Is this about the... Okay. Worked in the past before 2025. And the mock-up. Okay, is this the mock-up? Hold on. Give me a second. Let me pull up the... When was the mock-up? Because okay. The charity was in 2024. So, okay, so whoever they're speaking to here is saying that they did the mock-up and the thing. Okay, so that this is implying that it is the same person. Because the one person did the mock-up of the art and then also the quote-unquote build. Okay. All right. I think it's starting to make sense. Okay. Huh. Okay, all right. Now let's continue. Let's continue with the document. Okay. Then came 2 incredibly personal accusations that crossed the line for me. Oh no. Guys, oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. Discord DM fee is crazy. Yeah, right? For real. Oh my god, this is crazy. Okay. Okay, that threw me because I've never been charged for labor hours on Discord DMs, right? What are you, doctor on call? Right, exactly. Like, come on, man. Like, you're not splitting the atom here. You're building a PC case, okay? Like, come on. All right, sorry. Let me continue. Oh my God. Okay, Jesus. Okay, See what I'm saying, chat? You see what I'm saying? Okay, anyways. All right, okay. So now, see, here's the thing. Okay, don't piss Doki off, guys. All right, you don't. It takes a lot to piss off Doki, but I guess this person managed to do it. Oh my goodness. Labor for chatting, unless is agreed as consulting. No one does that. No one does that in any business sense, right? Yeah, you're right, Josh. Exactly. Discord DMs fee seems like an e-girl message plan. Lidia, every time I smoke, I'm charging the company. No! We'll be bankrupt, Andy. No! Oh my goodness. Discord kitten on call of 55 Great British pounds per minute. Oh my god. Okay. You can literally learn how to make a custom PC, buy the parts, put it together, and do all the work for less money and less time. Right? This is ludicrous. Okay. This seems like all right. Now let's continue. Okay. All right. Now Doki's pissed. Okay, let's take a look. Then came 2 incredibly personal accusations that crossed a line for me. That I was pocketing charity money. And I did this for a tax write-off. Whoa, no. Uh-oh. These are not only false, but deeply hurtful. Exactly. All money from the bids went directly to the charity through Tiltify. Very smart move. I paid artists out of pocket, including shipping and production costs, and in some cases even covered or increased their rates myself. To be accused of using this for personal gain was crushing, especially as someone who has consistently tried to share what I have with others. Oh, God. Poor Doki. Like, honest to God, she does so much. It's heartbreaking. Like, every time she tries to do something, it's like it's 1 step forward, 2 steps back, you know? Okay, let's continue. Due to how emotionally charged the situation became, I chose to step away and I let my team manage it more professionally. That's a very, very smart move. Very smart move. Because, like, you know, it's easy to be like, you son of a bitch. I'm gonna arrest you online. Like, you know, like, Doki's like, hold on. I'm taking this personal. I better let my team resolve it. That was exactly the right thing to do. Doki's doing all the right things, guys. Okay, anyways, let's continue. Okay, so due to how emotionally charged the situation became, I chose to step away and let my team manage it more professionally. I was on a rare, long-awaited vacation at the time, while also suffering from severe food poisoning. Oh, no. Oh, poor thing. Oh, my God. Doki's got the poops. Oh, God. Okay. Oh, my goodness. Hello, what a fool. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I'm billing you. I'm billing you for an hour on the super chat. No, you can't. Damn it. I swear to God, if you guys send me any invoices, I swear I should be sending you an invoice. I'm kidding. Oh my goodness. It's just business. Oh Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, all right, guys. You gotta remember, during this time, Doki, not only she got kicked out of her house. She has to rebuild her life. She's on a very, she's on a vacation, probably like puking and shitting. This is obviously not a great time. It's not a great time, okay? And I can imagine, as a content creator, there's a lot of things that are on your shoulders, right? So like, vacations are super, super rare, right? The first vacation I got was when I had to get my gallbladder removed, okay? Because I'm like, oh wow, I'm in the hospital and I can't stream from the hospital. Like it's hard for a content creator to take a vacation because essentially the entire business lies on your shoulders, right? And if you don't stream, if you don't perform, you don't make any money, right? So like, poor Doki's already going through enough. She's going through enough as is. Holy moly. Ah, that sucks. That sucks, man. Okay. Okay, sorry. Okay. Let me, sorry, I'm trying to be professional, chat. I'm trying to be professional, but I feel like, damn it. Like, this is too much. This is too much. It's so sad. It's so sad, damn it. Okay, all right, let's continue. Okay, so then Doki continues to say, due to how emotionally charged the situation became, I chose to step away and let my team manage it more professionally. I was on a rare, long-awaited vacation at the time, while also suffering from severe food poisoning and still trying to resolve the situation behind the scenes. That's a lot. That's a lot to have on someone's plate. This was well documented on stream and social media. Anyone who knows me knows I rarely take time off. Exactly. It's very hard to take time off as a content creator. Agreed. This was a trip to Japan. Oh, no. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Do you guys, do you know how long it takes to fly from Canada to Japan, guys? Do you know how long it takes to fly? 14 hours, okay? One way. 14 hours one way. So, like, that's already a shock to the system. Oh, my God, Doki. Jeez. Holy moly. Okay. So she says, anyone who knows me knows I rarely take time off. This was a trip to Japan for my first LAN Apex event, which has been planned for months. This is true. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense because like you don't just go to Japan on a whim and you're like, oh, it's a Friday. Let's go to Japan. Like you have to plan that shit out. Okay. Anyways, let's continue. Eventually, I worked with a new PC builder using my height case. Okay. So who this was, it's not very clear. So like, hello, Midnight Rider. Thanks so much for the 199 super chat. Thank you. Is that you, John Wayne? This is me. Okay. All right. So, okay. So here, it's not clear. Okay. So I will say this. It's not clear who this builder was and who this builder is. Like it's not mentioned in Doki's, it's not mentioned in Doki's document at all, which I mean is, cause Doki probably doesn't want to be like, make a witch hunt she probably doesn't want to make a witch hunt out of it. However, it's not really clear, but it doesn't. I guess. Okay, let's continue. All right. Eventually, I worked with a new PC builder using my height case. I upgraded all the parts at my own expense and tried to spend nearly 10K to deliver what was promised. Jesus. Okay, that's a lot. Unfortunately, Amazon. No, Doki, no. Oh my God. Unfortunately, Amazon canceled my parts order shortly before the winner's travel date, meaning we could no longer deliver the PC in time. Oh, damn it, Amazon. It's just Jeff Bezos got involved too in the drama. Jesus. Okay, so that sucks. I mean, that's something that's kind of outside of control, I guess. Okay. Fortunately, Amazon canceled my parts order shortly before the winner's travel date. Okay, so I'm not sure, where are they traveling? Like, like, don't they live at their house? I'm a little confused. I guess maybe, I don't know what this means. I'm a little confused on this part. I guess, you know what? It's possible. Okay, you know what? Okay, so let me give this a little bit more thought. It is possible that maybe the person who bought the parts was like, hey, I'm going on vacation and I don't want a bunch of expensive computer parts sitting at my front doorstep. Can you get them around this time? That could be that. Oh my God. Man, Doki is like losing money left, right, and center. Holy crapola, $10,000. like, oh my God, that would still make her out like 2K. Okay. Oh my God. Okay, let's continue. Okay, so unfortunately, Amazon canceled my parts order shortly before the winner's travel date, meaning we could no longer deliver the PC in time. At that point, the winner and I mutually agreed that I would send them over. Oh my God. Oh my God. If Dokibird sent me $7,000, I would like, oh my God, I'd pee. Okay. Sorry, this is insane. Okay, hold on. At that point, the winner and I mutually agreed that I would send them 7.5K to build their own non-themed PC. We considered the matter resolved. Wow. That's a lot. That's a lot of damn money. Oh my goodness. Damn it. Poor Doki. Oh my God. That is 1.5K more. No, I guess one. I guess that's like 1,000 more than the person paid for that. That's I guess like a 1,000 inconvenience fee. Man, that's crazy. That's wild. That's insane. Okay. Okay, so this is Okay, so Doki placed the Amazon order. Okay, and that was as of, let's see here, April 20th, 2025. Confirmation was sent to your email. So then these are these parts. Here are all the parts. Also, all the parts were 9,395 USD in the end. Oh my God, that's crazy. Okay, so then Doki says 2 days later, the video was posted. Okay, so then this was, okay. So this is April 20th, 2024. So when was this posted? This is posted 1 day ago. Video is posted 2 days later. 2 days later? Okay, maybe she's talking about a different video. Because this video was posted as of a day ago. May 13th. Wait a second. And then this was April 20th of the same year. Okay. Maybe she's talking about a different video. Okay, anyways. No, can't be. It can't be. Hold on. 2 days later. 2 days later from April 20th would bring us to April 22nd. But this was May 13th. Okay, I'm confused. Okay, maybe it'll make more sense. Okay. I read the wrong year. I did? Oh, whoopsie. I did? Okay. No. The picture is unrelated time-wise. Okay, thank you, Zenit. Thank you. Okay. All right, I think it was, sometimes this Neko brain just, short circuits a little bit. Okay, we gotta get back to it. Okay. All right. So this is unrelated to this. Okay. Because she was talking about this. Okay. All right. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Let's continue with the document. So here it says, 2 days later, the video was posted after the payment had already been made and the issue had been settled. Okay. The video description and pinned comment were edited after the fact to say that I had paid the auction winner, but it falsely implied I did so only because of public pressure. That is simply not true. Okay, let me see here. The pinned document here. Okay. Update, there has finally been a resolution to the situation, and the buyer will be receiving a refund alongside additional 1K for the troubles. The artist has still not been compensated for their involvement in the project. And then it says update number 2. Doki has put on a statement on her side. Feel free to read it here and come to your own conclusion. And then about the statement specifically, the video description and pinned comment were okay. So here she's referencing. Okay. Okay. So Caliente is referencing Doki's statement here. Okay. Okay. Jeez, sometimes you guys got to read the description. Okay. Here we go. About the statement specifically, the video description and pinned comment were edited after the fact to say I had paid the auction winner, but it falsely implied I only did so because of public pressure. That is simply not true. Please read the words written and see where it says Doki paid because of public pressure. It does not. It was added after the video because the video was cut from a Twitch stream over a week ago and scheduled. Oh, this is where the timeline makes sense because this is from a Twitch stream and this is a re-upload. Aha! Okay. Ooh, chat. We're getting crazy here. Okay. All right. It was added after the video because the video was cut from a Twitch stream over a week ago and scheduled to go live at 10 a.m. and information about the refund was presented after the video was live. Disclaimer, please do not say hey to anyone mentioned in my videos. Everything that is said is alleged, and there's always two sides to every story and the truth. Okay, I see. Okay, all right. Oh, okay, all right, chat. All right, now it's making sense. Okay. Okay, so then this is this is an additional screenshot where Doki sent 7,500 USD to, I guess, the winner. Okay, and then via PayPal. Okay. All right, okay. Your note to blank is blanked. Okay, obviously that is blanked out. That makes sense. Okay. So then Doki continues to say, I didn't screenshot anything from our conversations in the Discord group because I have hoped to resolve this privately without dragging it into the public eye. That's very fair. That's very fair, as you should. Okay, let's continue. But in hindsight, that was naive. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I feel like that was the right call to make, but then it just kind of all imploded, I guess. Okay. I've always tried to avoid public conflict, but now I'm being forced to defend myself from a one-sided narrative. That's fair. Okay. The pain cuts deeper when I see people claiming I didn't want to pay because it was the most expensive item. That's not true. I've paid for other auction items valued even higher, and this was never about avoiding payment. I was trying to navigate an increasingly confusing, emotional, fraught, and mismanaged situation in the middle of one of the hardest years of my life. Oh my God, poor Doki. For context, I've always tried to treat the artists I work with fairly. Sometimes I pay late because I'm overwhelmed or unwell, and as my community knows, I've faced numerous health and personal challenges lately, but I always pay. I've covered late fees, offered bonuses, and donated to artists in need. To now be accused of being manipulative or exploitative after everything I've given financially and emotionally is devastating. Absolutely. Oh my God. I am not perfect. I get emotional. I talk from the heart, not always from a business-only place. And as you should for VTuber, right? I mean, that's kind of the whole point. We're not machines. We're not AI. We're people, right? Okay. And yes, I should have kept some personal matters out of this conversation. That's on me, but I'm only one person trying to keep everything afloat. To be called a manipulator or a gaslighter when all I've done is try to fix things, learn, and grow is deeply unfair. This entire experience has broken my heart. Oh, Doki, no! Doki, no! Oh my goodness. She was just trying to do good, guys. Like, she was just trying to raise money for a charity. Like, who would have thought it would have gone all sideways like this? Okay, let's continue. This statement is not something I ever wanted to write, but after being repeatedly asked to say something, and after having personal pain used for public drama, I felt exploited, and I felt I had no choice. I hope that this is the only time I'll have to speak on this. Ah, poor Doki, oh my God. Moving forward, I will no longer be handling direct negotiations for my brand. I've learned that my emotional communicative style makes me vulnerable to being misunderstood or misrepresented, and I don't want to affect others. That's fair. That's fair. I hope people will take a moment to hear the full context, not just the most viral part of the story. Thank you to those who have shown patience, understanding, and support. Apologies for my break this week because I am tired. All I want to do is spend time with my closest and only family right now, as my dog had just got home from surgery and rehabilitation. I'm still learning, I'm still healing, and I'm still trying to do better every day. Oh my God. Oh, poor Doki. Poor Doki. Oh my God. Okay. Wow. That sucks. That just straight up sucks. What a situation to be dealt with. You just want to do good for the world. You just want to, you know, like raise some funds for a charity that, you know, you feel in. Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. Some idiots beeping outside. Okay. Sorry, I have the window open. Okay. Anyways, that's just, I feel bad. I feel terrible for Doki. She doesn't deserve this. The definitely, it feels like the PC build has been like completely sus. There was no communication along the way. There was no builds, like no build, like no work in progress videos, no nothing. Like it all seemed like super sus. It just seemed like, again, people wanting to take advantage of Doki. How many times in Doki's life has Doki been taken advantage of? This sucks. Poor girl. She's gone through so much, and it's just wow. I can't believe it. That's insane. Okay. All right. Okay, let's see here. Where was I? Where was I in my story here? Hold on. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, hold on. Okay, so that was point. Okay, that was point number 13. Don't worry. But wait, there's more. Oh, Lidia, no. How could there be more? I know, guys. I know. Just hold on to your butts, guys. It's there's more. Of course there's more, guys. Of course there's more. All right. So, guys, so now that Dokibird had issued a response, what happened exactly? Well, friends, Kurosanji has decided to discuss it. And you're like, okay, what's going on here? What's going on the Kurosanji subreddit? So this was posted on the Kurosanji subreddit by Polysac saying, full statement on the PC charity auction and recent allegations. So this just links to Doki's X account with the full statement there. Okay, so let's see what some of the people on Reddit got to say. All right, so Dust says, this is in response to the video made by Cat in Chat. This is the video, Cat in Chat, right? Okay, all right. Okay, And then Xiaomi says, do we know where they got their sources? It seems odd that this drama channel I've never heard of would somehow have all this insider info. Yeah, I thought that was weird too. And quite frankly, their effect bothered me enough that I wasn't going to watch over an hour just to find the sources. No, they blurred everyone's name except for Doki and never uploaded the original document that is being used in the video. What is the point of the document if you can't even share it? This is the thing. Like, that's the thing that makes it so crazy, guys, is because this is not a public document, right? You're like, where is it? Who's the source, right? Because, like, you know, the internet's kind of a weird place, and sometimes, like, you need to view the source, right? Okay, so here it says, so this is Familiar Fox saying, I read Doki's statement and I'm trying to understand what the allegations are against her. I saw the video Doki was referencing. It's almost 2 hours long, and it's just some YouTuber reading a Google Doc that she wrote herself, but didn't bother to post it online. Also, I have no idea who the artist is who's making these allegations since the YouTuber censored it, further lowering the credibility. While it does seem that there was a lot of miscommunication by Doki about what she wanted and her expectations, the artist didn't seem to be very transparent with their actions. The artist claims to have done unpaid labor for Doki, but offers no proof that they did any labor. If the artist did unpaid work, why not include the proof in the unpublished Google Doc? Doki also did say that she wanted to stay around the same cost for the market value of the previous build for the artist. So the artist to say that there wasn't a budget is misleading, because they could have given Doki a quote based on their previous build, like the 3,500 one. It's also weird to me that the artist would start work before they gave Doki an official quote with a set price or rate. I've worked with artists before, and I usually get a quote that first I agree to before the artist starts their work. And then it says, TLDR, while Doki did make some mistakes, am I missing something here, or did these allegations by anonymous artists seem dubious at best? Also, full disclosure, I'm a Dragoon, so I'm more inclined to believe Doki. If anyone can help explain the situation better, I obviously want to look at this objectively. And then this person said, you are not missing anything. Okay. So, okay, let's see here. Okay. Okay. Who is the builder? She should have gone to Height in the first place, or any reputable builder. It's so shady how the builder kept on raising their prices. Okay. And then Asinine says, I got to copy and paste my comment. She made mistakes, yes. But some of the discourse I've seen around this have been downright evil. The original expose video is full of horrible comments, all of them. There's very clearly a group of people pushing this kind of thing to be more than it is because they have a vendetta against her. Oh, geez, okay, I'm not going to read that, no. Many are saying this is revenge for NijiSanji. Edit, while I can't say for certain whether anything that they said was necessarily wrong given the info they had, it's worth noting that the original video poster is a known drama farmer and is apparently in hot water regarding a previous video's content. Okay, so here they mention that the NijiSisters are celebrating. Okay, of course they are looking for anything to kind of dig their hands into. All right, so let me just show you an example of one of the NijiSisters who are celebrating here. This is posted on Reddit here, and this says, "I love when karma actually kicks in." Okay, all right, wow. So it's, and you're like, okay, so there might be some new people to the scene who are like, what does the NijiSisters have to do with Dokibird? Well, guys, before Doki was Doki, Doki was Selen Tatsuki. Okay? Okay, so I'll show you who that was, okay? Okay, VTuber Wiki. Because, I mean, some time has passed, and some people may not know this, okay? Okay, so before Doki was okay, so Doki was, okay, hold on a second, let me, hold on. Okay, timelines here, okay. So the timeline went something like this, okay? So she started at NijiSanji. When did she start? Okay, hold on. Okay, history, okay. Okay, 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 so she debuted in July of 2021. Okay, so let me explain. So Doki was Doki in May 2020. Okay. So then Doki went into a hiatus to become Selen Tatsuki on July 18th of 2021. Okay? And Selen Tatsuki looked like this, and she was part of NijiSanji EN's second wave called Obsidia. So Doki went through some really, really bad stuff at Niji, which meant that she was technically retired on February 5th of 2024. Okay, so then since Selen was removed from Niji, then she was able to go back to her original IP, which was Dokibird. So it says she retired in May 2021, only to make a return in February of 2024. February 2024. See here, retirement date, February 2024. Okay, so now, so some people may not know the history behind it, okay? So this is, okay, so when this happened, she had a lot of people, a lot of NijiSisters who were not pleased with the whole situation. So those people are still hanging around looking for Doki to fail, looking for Doki to fall, okay? All right, so this is where the NijiSisters are chiming in, saying like, I love when karma actually kicks in. Okay. All right. So this is kind of like why, like, there's still a lot of there's a lot of people still harboring anger and resentment from her NijiSanji days. Okay. All right. So this is kind of like where you're seeing this anger come from. Okay. All right. So now, okay. So the NijiSisters are celebrating, which is not cool. Okay. So here is another one here. Okay, let me show you another one here. Okay, so here, this is post on X saying, y'all can community note me all you want, but that doesn't change the fact that she has poor organizational skills, a victim complex, and a degree on emotional manipulation. Shrugging emoji. So, ouch. Yeah, she was kicked out and railroaded. It's true. So, anyways, so then this is another NijiSister here. So I'll just give you one more example of just NijiSisters celebrating Doki's, I guess, quote unquote karma. So this person, Kiz, says Doki wants to pay artists herself. First manager made a mistake. Artist wants to be paid in a way that values her work. Manager is being so unprofessional that the buyer of the PC speaks up. Conclusion is that they part ways and don't compensate the artist after 11 months. So this is just kind of like screenshots of that come from this video here. Okay, so then okay. Okay, hold on. I think this might all be stuff that we've already seen. Okay. Oh, make sure you know what. Okay, ma'am. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay. All right. So this is kind of some additional. Okay, so we saw this statement from AA as well. Okay. Anyways, okay, so then that's kind of like more NijiSisters being like, celebrating that Doki is failing, which is not a very nice thing to do. However, there are people who are speaking out in support of Doki. So let me just show you some of these ones, okay? All right, let me show you this. Okay, so this is Kukihana saying, Doki was willing to pay the absurd amount to the, quote, artist as long as they provided proof of labor. And what did they do? Provided zero proof of labor. That was the requirements. So how the F are people blaming Doki? Hello. That's a very good point. Yeah, exactly. Okay. All right. So let's see another one. Okay. So here we go. Okay. Kotoko says, I made something for the charity auction and have nothing but good things to say of Doki and their team. She doesn't deserve to be accused of pocketing charity money. Communications did feel a bit chaotic, but she had just come back, so I think that's understandable. Okay, so then here's another one. So that was actually from someone who actually worked on the auction, who were like, okay, yeah, that was fine. Squiddy Me says, can confirm, Dokibird has never once failed to pay me fairly, and payment delays have never been longer than like a week. Okay, so that's another artist who worked with Doki. All right, so now let me show you another one. Okay. Okay, so in this one, this is Entity saying, I don't have all... Whoops, sorry, I'm dying. Okay, Entity says, I don't have all the context, so I won't weigh in too much here, but I've been working with Doki on tons of projects for over the past 3.5 years, and it's been great. She's the only one who... Hold on a second. She's the only one whose projects I never turned down, despite not doing comms anymore for years now. And then it says 1 of 2. Okay, so I'm wondering if this is this 2 of 2? Okay. There are some delays in communication, but I've never been ghosted, and have not been paid for my work ever. I can tell from every commission that she cares and wants what's best for her community. I've already said I won't weigh in on this more, but some of the quote retweets make me sick. Are people really lacking this much capacity for logical thinking? Okay, all right. Let's see here. That was okay. That was okay. So let me just put in a couple more, just so you guys can kind of see that there's like what the internet is kind of weighing in on. Okay, Nuan Nightstone says, as someone in IT, charging someone for a $6.3 thousand fee for labor for a PC build when the parts cost less than $4,000 is unreal. No one should ever pay that. Second, why would you build a PC with no hard drives, and what is flat materials? That's a good point. That's a very good point. You're like, what the hell? What the hell am I looking at here? Okay. All right. Let's see here. Okay, here's another one here. Okay, let me pull this over here. Peachy says, in USD, a build like that, even with some upgrades to such as a 5080 and 990 X3D, as well as 64 gigabytes of RAM, would cost around 3,500 to 4,000 USD max. For labor that is independent on the shop, region, and whatnot, so I can't give you a precise answer there, but it's not 10 grand. All right, that's very good point. All right, okay, so then let me just give you one more here, guys. Okay, AFN says, I've worked with Doki going on for 3 years now as a head audio person, so I can attest that if you know Doki, you know she would never fleece an artist out of money. That is not how she is. She may be slow at replying, but she always does and always follows through. Okay, so like it kind of goes to show like that Doki has some credibility. Like, you know what I mean? Because like everyone, how do I say this? Sometimes humanity has like we have a default setting of negativity, right? It's like it's very easy to be a negative person, right? It takes a lot more effort to be a positive person, right? So for that many people to come out and be like, yeah, Doki is good. Doki's a good person. I've worked with Doki for 3 years. Doki's always paid me. Like that. You can't convince a bunch of people to give positive reviews like that. Like, like humanity doesn't work that way. So because most people, if you go to a restaurant and you have crappy food, like people are so quick to be like, my tacos were shit. I hated this place, right? But like, it takes a lot more effort for a person who didn't have a bad time to be like, yeah, I really like these tacos. These tacos were amazing, and like I brought my whole family here and these tacos are delicious, So yeah, so like the fact that she has so much support being like, yeah, I've worked with Doki. I've never had problems being paid. That kind of, it speaks to her credit. It speaks to the credibility of her character. You know what I mean? So anyways, yeah, okay. So I just wanted to show you guys like that. Okay, so we had the NijiSisters celebrating. We had people speaking out about Doki. Okay, So then we're almost there, chat. We're almost at the end of this story, okay? I know it's been like, how long has it been? It's been 2 hours, okay? I know it's been 2 hours, but we're almost there, and then we're gonna, you know, chat and everything, okay? Okay, yeah, she does. She has a lot of integrity, right? Which is an incredible thing, especially in the online space when, like, you know, you could set up shop and become a scammer, and, you know, people do the whole, like, you know, buy a bunch of Bitcoin and then so long, sucker. Like, you know what I mean? Like for someone to have integrity on the internet, it takes a lot of strength of character. Okay, so I think that Doki is doing a wonderful job in that aspect. Everything like in that document was like a very like measured. It was like it made sense. Like from a business standpoint, she made all the right moves. You know, like it doesn't. I don't know, like I'm like if it were me in that situation, I would have done the same, you know, like it doesn't. Yeah, I would have been like, oh, show me the proof, you know. Hey, if this case is $20,000, I gotta see this. They, you know, and there's no proof, right? It's very strange, and especially like if someone was away for like a medical leave, normally they'd be like, oh man, oh shit, you know, sorry, I had, you know, I don't know, like I lost a. You know, I lost my foot in like a shark accident, you know, but I feel really bad and I'm going to give you a discount because I've been off for 6 months. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like usually that's kind of like artists are kind of like, I'm so sorry that my life inconvenienced you. Let me give you a discount. Like, that's kind of like normally how like, you know, artists work, but it's just like, I was off, but also you owe me $20,000. Like, what the hell? What the hell is that? Okay. Anyways, okay, so let's take you home, chat. Okay. So also during this time, Doki did mention she was dealing with his sick doggo as well. So let me show you the proof of that as well. So oh, he's a wiener dog. Oh my god, so cute. So this is posted on Doki's X account. This is posted on May 12th, 2025. Doki said he's home. I bought him an extra dog bed for my office so he can sleep next to me while I work. Oh, little penny. Oh my god. Oh, look at this. This doggo he's not having a good time. Poor doggo. And then here's another one here as well. Give me a second. Okay. So then Doki says, after the surgery, the medication he was on apparently triggered a dormant kidney illness, and my dog was diagnosed with an illness that will require lifelong medication to help with the kidneys, as well as a special food diet. I had a small cry last night, but I know DAD is a strong boy. Thank you again for supporting me so I can afford to take care of him and he can live a comfortable life. I am grateful. So poor doggo. Let me reopen that again. Hold on. Oh, poor doggo. Like, of course that would happen. Of course that would happen to Doki, right? It's just like, oh, the medication was on triggered a dormant kidney illness. It's like, of course it did. Like, poor Doki, man. Poor Doki. It's rough. It's rough out here, guys. It's rough out here, folks. Okay. And, okay. So you're like, Lidia, is there a resolution to this? Okay. So I would say all of this seems to be a non-issue as Doki has fully refunded the auction winner. So that part is squared away. But according to Caliente's video, the artist has still not been paid. So you can see here. So this is in, okay, so you can see it. Okay, there you can see it. Yeah, okay, good. Okay, so here it says, update, there has been a resolution to the situation. The buyer will be receiving a refund alongside an additional 1K for the troubles. The artist still not has been compensated for their involvement in this project. While true, I mean, it also, I don't know, this also kind of seems to leave out the fact that maybe this artist was being a little bit fraudulent in their projections of the project. So like that part doesn't really, like, it's interesting that part is not mentioned here in like the in the description. I mean, obviously there's not a whole lot of room for description. I mean, you know, there's a lot of room. Okay. There's some room. She could have probably put that there, but anyways, so yeah, guys, it's just no proof of work, no payment. Yeah, exactly right. Ouch, that hurt. Exactly. So like I think asking for a whip is when I say whip, I mean work in progress. All right, perverts. Okay. Work in progress. Asking for a whip, I think, is pretty fair, considering how quote unquote monumentous that the case was supposed to be, right? So compensation for being useless. It just okay. So herein lies my question. Okay, chat. We're probably never going to get the answer to this, but herein lies my question. What prompted this document that is here? What prompted that to happen? Because it kind of seemed like Doki was having a bit of a, okay, hold on a second. Let me see here. Okay. From an outsider's perspective, okay? Like I have no skin in the game here, okay? I'm just trying to figure it out from myself to myself, okay? It kind of seems like it all happened while Doki was kind of in the middle of her getting her dog like through surgery and stuff like that, during like a very trying and troubling time. Because as a pet parent myself, having your little, fuzzy wuzzy dog or cat, being ill and being sick, it's a very trying. It's very trying, right? Because like you're like, oh my god, are they gonna be okay? Oh my god, am I making the right choice? Oh my god, right? Like there's like a lot of stuff there. So it kind of feels like, I'm not sure, but it's just the timing of it seems a little bit strange. That as soon as Doki's taking time off to go, deal and address with the dog issue, this came up. It kind of seemed like it was strategically timed while Doki's away. I don't know. I feel like this is like my tinfoil hat theory, guys, okay? I feel like, maybe I am just coming to the wrong conclusion here, but it just seems like the timing was a little bit sus. It seemed like the timing was a little bit sus. But anyways, I don't know, guys. What do you guys think? Okay, long story short, that is the end. That is the end of my links here. That is the end of everything that I have. But essentially, long story short, the entire hit piece all generated from this video. What exactly prompted the video is kind of confusing. Who prompted the video, right? Like, was it the artist? Was it the person who won the case? Someone contacted Caliente and was like, you gotta give me, I gotta give you the scoop. It just doesn't really make much sense because this information is not public. It's hard to know where the intentions are coming from, right? So anyways, guys, okay, let me read some of what you guys are saying. Okay. Yeah, like for some reason, someone screenshotted the Discord DMs and leaked them. Could it have been maybe a previous manager? Could it have been like who's the source? Who's the source of the anger? Someone was angry enough at Doki to do some character assassination to the point where this content creator, Caliente, was like, all right, I have all the pieces I need for this story. It just, she's not in the VTuber circles either. Yeah, this is the thing that kind of like, I'm like, how did these things all come together? Okay? It's not worth trying to figure out what Caliente's process is. She doesn't deserve a platform to begin with. After video of bad faith hit pieces. I see. Like, who did it? Who did it? It's kind of like, guys, it's kind of like Clue, right? It's kind of like, it was like, it was Colonel Mustard, in the conservatory with the lead pipe. Who did it? Who did it? I just don't get it. I don't get it, chat. I don't like, that's the one part we'll never know unless she decides to reveal her sources. That's the one piece of the puzzle we're kind of missing, right? But for the most part, like, it's okay, who done it, right? Exactly. Okay. So this is a story still updating up to now. So this is the one thing I can't really figure out, right? This is the one thing that, like, I don't know if she has, so in regards to the Tiltify auction, I don't really know if she's made good on all the deliverables. It's not super clear. That was one of like the big ones. This is like the computer case. That was the one that essentially made this video. Like that was the big one that was like, which was the crux of this video. You know what I mean? Okay, it was Lidia in the shirt with the backyard. No! Kevlar, was it you? It wasn't you. Okay, all right. No, Lidia includes always the maid who did it. I guess you're right. Oh, wait, it was maid day. It was maid day recently. Maybe it was the maid. Oh my goodness. She has no sources. That's the thing. I know. And that's the thing. That's the thing. Colorful Jessie, right? A lot of times you need to have the sources because the sources is what gives the credibility to the story, right? Because like not only from like a storytelling aspect, also from like a legal aspect too, right? Because like if someone's like, oh, I'm gonna sue you for defamation or whatever, or I guess libel, I guess because it's written, right? Okay, libel, defamation is mouth, and libel is written. Okay. But yeah, like it's more like a protection for yourself too, right? Because you're like, hey, I was going based on the information that was publicly posted here, right? But the fact that this is like a private Google document, it's like, why is it private? What are you hiding here? Like, is there something, like maybe was she waiting and being like, if this video gets more views, I'm gonna release more information? Like, I don't know. Something seems a little bit sus, Serena, okay? Something sussy. Amma says, her enemies viewed the situation as a sign of weakness. They were waiting to strike with Doki while she was going through some issues. Yeah, I was like, hasn't Doki been through enough, guys? Hasn't she been through enough, for God's sakes? I don't know, man. Okay, like maybe I'm a fan of Doki, okay? Sorry. Sue me. Don't sue me. Don't sue me, please. Don't sue me. Okay? I'm trying to just now that we've gone through all 18 points. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of this situation? Do you think that, like, I don't really think that Doki was in the wrong here. I really don't. Because, like, if you are charging $20,000, I would love to see some proof of your work. And if you are not able to provide the proof, I'm sorry. I'm calling sus, man. I'm calling sus. Hi, Quantum. Thanks so much for the $2 super chat. Manager that made the promise should pay the fee. Well, you know what? To be honest with you, like, I imagine that person was let go for a bunch of reasons. I'm sure she probably does not want to re-engage with that person, right? Oh my goodness. Let's see here. Google sussy. Poor girl. Let her be a goof and beast. I know, right? Last hour, you need some smokes. You cannot build finance for smokes. No. All right, Sir Joseph says, Doki is in the clear, I think. Danny says, partly the manager's fault for not getting a proper quote, and part artist's fault for the insane markup. Yeah, that's true. Doki was being used. It kind of feels that way, right? Yeah, it seems like a scam and a hit piece. Yeah, like that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money for a computer. You know, like, it's not made of gold, you know? Oh my goodness, you can't, no. Manager playing is almost impossible by legal proxy. Yep, that's a good point. You're right. You're a very, very good point, Ejot. Yeah. I think incompetent management is no excuse to overcharge for a charity commission. Yeah, because it's charity. Charity. It's in the name, right? It was a charity. So, like, one would think that, like, you know, like, yeah, like, I don't know, like, if you're doing charity work, right? Like, usually it's done, like, for free or, like, on a volunteer basis, right? And, like, you as the artist, you're, like, you chose to step forward because Doki's like, I'm working on a charity. So like there's that charity element, which is, I guess, okay, this is maybe, the implied part is that you would hope that you wouldn't take advantage of a charity, right? And you would hope that, like, you would, for example, yeah, you know what, I got to buy the materials to make it. Okay, I'll charge you for the materials, but my labor is free because that I can do for you. You know what I mean? The fact that, like, the cost, the labor cost of that, and the fact that there was no proof is so bizarre. It's so bizarre. The artist and the managers handled this poorly. Yeah, right? You would think you would give a charity price. Yeah, right? Zero. Exactly. You're supposed to undercharge for charity, not overcharge. Exactly, Grober. Exactly. Let's see here. Discord message is not a contract. If you go AWOL, and then don't be surprised if you get dropped. Right. I mean, that too, right? And, like, the thing is, guys, okay, let's just say in an imaginary situation, okay? In an imaginary situation, this person did indeed make a $20,000 computer case. Well, the computer case is in the hands of the person who made it, right? They didn't mail it off to the winner. So, technically speaking, the artist would still have the asset of the $20,000 PC case that they could either return the parts, they could liquidate, the assets, or just, like, just sell the whole thing. Be like, If they truly believe that it's worth $20,000, then they would have no problem selling it to recoup that cost, right? So like, I don't know, like it kind of seems like, I don't know. I mean, like maybe I'm just, I don't know, like crossing a line here, but it kind of seems like this video does seem a little bit like a character assassination. And it doesn't seem like there's not a whole lot of like stuff that is very like cause to me, it kind of seems like a black and white situation where it's just like, okay, a charity event, the person went AWOL, asked for $20,000. Doki asked for proof of work of whip, and the person couldn't provide it. So I mean, like, and then the person who won the thing, Doki's like, hey, sorry about that. I'm gonna give you a refund plus $1,000. So hopefully you can build your own PC. I apologize, that didn't go well, right? So like, yeah, like it just doesn't make any sense because as an artist, you would still have the thing. You would have the thing that you quote unquote built, right? So it doesn't seem like, it seems like for me, it seems like everything has been resolved, right? Hi Quantum, thanks so much for the $2 super chat. You should buy the PC from the artist, only 21K. No, wait, no. Oh, his last order says, wait, there was no photo of the actual PC, right? No, there wasn't, exactly. Yeah, there's no evidence presented at any point that the case exists, exactly, right? What if the finished case, what if it doesn't exist, right? Just some concept art, yeah. It's business, Lydia. Remember, it's business. Oh my goodness. Once the monetary value goes about, I think 10K, you need a written contract. One would think so, right? Like that's, I would not do $20,000 of work for free. Like, you know, like, or maybe you would be like, okay, I'll ask for 50% up front, right? And the person's like, well, I'm not giving you 50% unless you tell me what you're doing. Like, there's just, yeah, so many question marks. Yeah, it just, the case doesn't exist. I mean, it's very possible the case doesn't exist, right? Granted, I don't think Kat is trying to slander, but whoever gave her this story is definitely trying to ruin Doki's character. But why? Why? What? Like, you know what I mean? Like the Niji-Sanji stuff is like in the past now. Doki has established herself as a successful, independent, ex-corpo, independent, you know what I mean? So like, it doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. We can buy Lydia a hell of a car for that money. Right, exactly. Exactly. Now, I'm not saying it's a scam, but as a corporate villain, I know I'm proud of this attempt. Oh, no, and bad Indie, bad Indie. Let's see. What if it looks like a shoddy case? I would be upset. That's a good point, too. Exactly. I think Kat is rather in... Oh, okay. Okay, but the artist had personal problems going after Doki. But, like, I don't even know if it was the artist who did it, right? It could have been somebody else. Okay. Michael says Doki did nothing wrong. It's super sus that there's nothing on the case. I agree to let them sell the case by themselves. Right? Exactly. Exactly. If you're doing work for a charity event, your name get out there and it's because you get some work from word of mouth. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Right? I mean, like, I know it's kind of like quote unquote exposure bucks, right? But like, it's still like Doki's a pretty prevalent content creator, right? So, I mean, like if you work with her, you know, definitely you would get noticed, right? So like, it just seems so weird. The whole situation seems so weird. Oh my goodness. Let's see here. Kat could have waited for Doki's side. Kat could have done her due diligence, and Kat could have resisted the urge to use words like manipulation. Good point. Good point. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Okay. You could open up Taco Bell for this. You could open up a Taco Bell for this, friends. Maybe not Taco Bell. You could probably open up your like own taco cart. I don't think you could even buy a food truck for 20K. I don't know. You can literally buy, which costs 10K, and modify a no. No, I'm not reading that. I can't read that out loud. Bad dragon bread. Bad. Doki's success might be part of the reason for the hate. Some unhinged people mad her career didn't tank after she was terminated. Yes, guys, oh my God, there's life outside of a corporation. Who would have thought? Oh my goodness. Wow. It's crazy. Okay. This is why Caliente's videos should never be seen as anything more than a drama hit piece. She rarely, if ever, gets both sides of the situation. She makes videos for clicks and views. I see. Sunny says, something that bothers me specifically about the cat video is how she reads all of Doki's messages in bad faith. Everything is icky, manipulative, etc. How is Doki manipulative? I don't get it. How? A food truck is 70K-ish. Oh, okay. So, all right. You would need like probably like four of these apparent PC cases to equal one food truck. Okay, thank you, Memu. Oh my goodness. Liza signed her corporate life. No! I think there shouldn't be drama in the first place. If it stayed private, it wouldn't have been such a big deal. It was solved amicably between the parties. Right. That's what I'm seeing too, Random Girl, right? It's like, for me, I think that's, yeah, I think I agree with you. Let's see here. Okay. This person you're reacting to has a history of stirring up drama related to VTubers. Why? What's wrong with VTubing? It's just a medium, guys. It's just a medium for storytelling. Come on. I don't know. Sometimes people do generally, like, no, generally. There are some people who do hate VTubers. I mean, that is, you know, an unfortunate reality about our world. There are some people who just don't like VTubers. I don't get it. I mean, I hate VTubers. I'm a VTuber, bro. I love VTubers. I am a VTuber. You know, listen. I mean, it's possible. I don't know. I can't say. That's a sweeping statement, Lidia. No touchy. Okay. Okay. See here. Blind loyalty to a brand and company is so gross. It only gives a company the wiggle room to get worse. Yeah, you're right, Malo. That's true. Working for exposure is horseshit. That's true. You're right. But getting actual connections and to paying customers is still a good reason to do it. Works better than buying us a list of contact data. That's true. Okay, where is I? I think once we find out who started this and gave it stuff to Cat, we'll see it more clearly. Yeah, that's true. Because it's like, you know, there's a saying. There's a saying in the programming world, view source. Okay, view source, guys. Always remember to view source. It's true. Let's see here. Blind. Okay, where was I? Okay. Many of the NijiSisters won't be happy until Doki is ruined. But like, come on, like, you know, like move on, NijiSisters. There's like, you know, like go. It just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, let's see here. Not the sisters. Okay. Doki is manipulative because she didn't 100% give everything to the artist. At least that's how Kat sees it. Yeah, but like the artist can't prove that they did the work. How can you, I don't know, how can you ask for that money when you can't even show proof of what you did, right? In the comments, she chose to react every name besides Doki. Oh, I see. 2D scares her. Oh no. 2D women over 3D flesh women. Oh, God. Oh, my goodness. It's mostly nothing personal for her. It's just, say with me, business. Okay, you're right. Okay, it's just business. Oh, my goodness. Let's see here. With behind-the-scenes info, there was a leak somewhere, but I can see this as an opportunity for bad faith character attacks. Many people still say Mint is two-faced, which is wild. Wow. Oh, that's not very nice. Oh, my goodness. Thanks, Vera, for that. Let's see here. Okay. Oh, my goodness. Antro, thanks so much for the $10 super chat. Food truck stream win. I know, right? Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, let's see here. I think Kat took the story and whatever reason decided not to have a high standard on the reporting. Okay. See, like I do try pretty hard to have a high standard. I try my best. Reminds me of the Pop on the Rock guy that ruined Amelia Watson's charity event for a few years back. Oh, geez. Oh, no. Legally, an artist did not deliver on the work and wasted Doki's time. Doki could sue her for several $1,000s, ignoring the libel. I mean, I suppose that's true. Lidia getting a taco truck is greater than selling tacos. I blame Red for all of this. Probably he's the one who did it. Oh my goodness, Dantex, that's something we never considered. It was Red the whole time. No, obviously, they're completely separate. Those are completely separate things. Oh my goodness. Let's see here. What's this? Okay, hold on. Okay, let me try and read this. Hold on a second. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to the chat's jumping. Okay, hold on. Okay, Kat took the story and decided to spew rage bait schlop. Good point. Last order says, you have to remember you aren't dealing with fans at this point. You're dealing with the fanatics and people with seriously underlying mental health issues and honestly need intervention and help. Asmora says, I hesitate to say this because I don't like to assume these kinds of things, but some people seem to dislike VTubers because, well, E-girls don't like competition. Ah, okay. Taco Bell truck for Lidia. Let's go, Eggfish. Oh my goodness. This is all Red's fault. Laughing my ass off. That's why I stopped watching Cat, actually, and then started watching you. Ah, you did. Oh my goodness, colorful Jesse. The difference between effort and research is crazy. I mean, I try my best. I mean, I'm like, listen, I can be a bit of a stupid head too, but I try my best to like offer a pretty, you know, just way of reporting, you know? Oh my goodness. Doing the situation is just trying to write off. Wait, wait. This doing situation is just trying to write off the Cinder drama. Ah, I mean, they're kind of two separate things, right, John? Okay. Wait, Lidia has a food truck. I'm liking this. No, I don't have a food truck. Okay, hold on. Okay. Notice how Doki didn't try to blame shift onto anyone. Exactly. That is how you accept responsibility. Very true. You're right. Okay. Okay. Jesse and I had similar experience, but not with Kat. I started watching Lidia because I like her approach and diligence. Thank you so much, Mallow. You're very kind. Meow, meow. Thank you. Thank you. Trying to farm content for the next reveal. Oh my goodness. How could Red make Kat do this? It was, wait a second. It was Red in the conservatory with the lead pipe. Oh no. I'm kidding, obviously. I'm kidding. All right. Okay, let's see here. Okay, where is it? Taco Bell's crazy expensive. Taco time. However, oh my goodness. You do a good job. I like your work. Oh, thank you so much, Mallow. Thank you. Lidia, you need one of those old-fashioned reporter hats. Extra, read all about it. A Dokibird's been slandered. Oh my god. Lidia, you need to open a pineapple pizza truck. Never go ahead. Never. Oh my goodness. She has no food truck yet. Okay. I like watching more than Cat. I love the shout outs of the new VTubers at the end of your news. Thank you so much, Michael. I try to do my best because there's so many amazing content creators out there that just need a little bit of a voice, you know? So I try very hard. Thank you so much thanks for recognizing my hard work. Meow, meow. Star Bunny says, you know, maybe we could leave mental health out of this. No one's completely mentally well. And if they were, then they could still be a really shitty person. I mean, yeah, I guess that's a good point. Yeah. It's, okay, let's see here. Lidia, you need a journalist outfit. That's why I watch Lidia out of everyone else. You try to be unbiased. Kat, on the other hand, yeesh, blatant content farming and does not research. Oh, goodness. Okay. You can get a taco truck for less than 70K. Disclaimer, that was a joke. Please don't send a case to a legal department. Nah! Feel like I can trust Lidia because she's too silly to be a liar. I am too silly to be a liar. You're right, Quantum. Thank you. Oh, my goodness. Okay, let's see here. Lydia's food truck, 100% pineapple free tacos. It's true. Oh my goodness. She doesn't shout out Henya enough. Henya needs more attention. No. Oh my goodness. Okay, all right. Okay, all right, let's see here. Where was I? Okay. I subbed because the VTuber news are highlight of my morning. Oh, thank you so much, Sam. That's very kind. If Kat put in half the effort you do, she would see a decent news source. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, thanks. So hydrate, Leo. That's good. I trust the history and the pattern that Doki has set, and I trust you, Lidia. Thank you so much, Final Shinobi. That's very kind of you. Meow, meow. Well, guys, that is the end of this story. So what I'm going to do now, friends, is I'm going to YouTube raid into my gaming channel because I have to get to some Final Fantasy gaming, and I like to keep the news and the gaming kind of separately, guys. So when we do the YouTube raid into that channel, I would love it if you could all smash follow on the gaming channel. I'd really appreciate that, guys, because I am trying to build up that channel as well. And thank you so much for your attention on this matter, because it was so much stuff that I'm like, okay, it's better to do a live than to do a video, just because there's too much that was here, and I kind of wanted your guys' live opinion. So I just want to say thanks again for all of your attention on this matter. And guys, if you are a fan of Final Fantasy VII, I am currently at the part where I was just snowboarding and I hit a bunch of walls. So then what happened was Cloud got a little bit cuckoo bananas, I guess is probably the best way for me to describe it. And now we are trying to, keep the black licorice, aka the black materia, away from Sephiroth. So It's all kind of crazy. Okay, guys. So when we do the YouTube raid over, we're going to be doing it into a little bit of a waiting room. I just need a minute to like set up my stuff. So please, if you can wait, that would be great. But if you can't wait, that's totally okay. Just make sure to smash follow on the gaming channel, and I would appreciate your support. Okay, guys, are we ready to go? Raid into the gaming channel. Let's do it.